कहीं पहुंचने के लिए कहीं से निकलना तो पड़ता है, तो आज शुरुआत करें वैसे। Hello everyone to this new episode of Market क्या लगता है. Now today in this week we are going to see what is there which is going to pan out in the coming week for indices, both the indices, and how the session by session action for the last week has panned out. So all these things and many more updates I have for you. Let us start with last week's summary. So last week we had seen market क्या लगता है from the point of view of a range between 15,800 and 16,000, and we saw a target of 16,001, but this range was broken on the downside below 15,800, and then market managed to make a low of around 15,640 or something like that. And as for Banknifty as well, the range was broken on the lower side and the bullish target never got completed. Banknifty in fact is below 35,000 right now currently, but both the indices have found support in today's action. Now, how do we look at these actions? This selling was subtle and not a very aggressive kind of a selling, so it was a trap kind of a thing. And important support levels, if they are being obliging, if the indices are giving us better levels of support, then these are the key indications or key elements to look for. So this becomes very important when we are talking about my today morning's message. So yes, this is my today morning's message about market क्या लगता है. And I'm saying, isn't it strange that we are looking for a certainty in an uncertain market, right? So from Monday till yesterday, that is Thursday, we are seeing that the market's bias is subtly bearish or a kind of a sideways thing, and the market makers or the stocks which are important stocks, they are not moving in a bullish direction. So at this point in time, I specifically said that as per last week's study, last week's market kya lagta hai episode, the market bias was bullish, and for this entire period till Thursday, the market is consolidating and a bit bearish. Yet both the indices have not broken below recent lows, and that can be of a good support. I will not be bearish till the level of 34,546 is broken for Banknifty. And as for Nifty, the support level is 15,673. So what are these levels? Let's quickly have a look. 15,673 is the level which is 50% retracement level for Nifty. And as long as this level is not broken on the closing basis. Now understand these words like closing basis. The price has gone below this briefly, but before the close of the session today, it has also managed to be above these levels. So this indicates that these levels are going to act as an important support level, and market now may not go below these levels, and rather the bias can be bullish from here. That's what I was suggesting in the morning message, and market has obliged to that after a wait from Monday to Thursday, and today the market is obliging to that particular view. And similarly, in case of Bank Nifty, if you see, I have already applied the Fibonacci retracement tool, and here as well the 61% Fibonacci retracement level and the price of around 34,546. The market never went below this level. It showed a kind of consolidation, and after this consolidation, now it is probably may move in an upwardly manner. But then Bank Nifty is showing signs of more subtle bearishness, or it's not bullish, it's kind of a neutral thing, and Nifty comparatively is bullish or a leading index in both these indices. Now when we are talking about these kind of observations at the beginning of the day, so the expectations are set in a right manner, and based on that we can decide what kind of trades we can initiate for the coming days, isn't it? So let's now move on to the indices. Now when we are talking about Nifty as an index, so this current action for Nifty was in a way range bound, and after this low it has been established over here. So naturally we are going to look for the target, and the next target that we are looking at is actually again at this level of 16,001, but then again this target is not going to reach in a jiffy. So we are going to see initially this first leg of 15,805 is going to get completed, then 15,893 I think this should be our target for this particular week. And if it surpasses our expectation, in that case, we might see this level of 16,001 as a new high on Nifty pretty soon. But let's take one step at a time. So first target will be our 15,805 and the important target will be 15,893 for us. Similarly, if we talk about the range part, last week the range was 16,000 and 15,800. Now this time around the range is 15,500. The major important level is 15,500 and 15,800. Now this is the range we are talking about. Oh, it's locked. I've opened the lock. And this is where I expect this Nifty to give us a specific move. So from here onwards, we are expecting this action to go up. Now this is the level, the support level is kept deliberately at this level because our view is going to change only and only if we get a low or a close below these levels of 18th June. So intraday low of 18th June is very crucial. Unless and until the price closes below this intraday low of 18th June, the bias will not be bearish and will have a bullish bias only. So we are playing for this target of 15,893 and then we'll quickly go on to Banknifty as an index, which is struggling right now. This is an hourly chart of Banknifty. Last week's action we were looking here, and the range that we have defined in last week is 36,000 and 35,000. This time around the range is changing to 35,500 and 34,500. Okay, so this is the range that we are talking about. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool that I have used and you have seen that. Now the target that we have for both these indices. So we have a target So the target that we are looking at for Bank Nifty is going to be, the first target is 35,535 and the second target will be 35,754. So I'm not drawing a new target for Bank Nifty as such right now, but looking at this overall bias, a low that has been formed here on 18th of June, this low is going to be crucial, and as long as this low is being held, then the market bias will remain bullish. This is something very simple and a practical way by which we are looking to analyze these things, and I believe simple things work beautifully in market. So if at all we need to calculate next target, the target has to be based on whatever action we have seen so far. So naturally this 35,754 is our previous week's calculation, and based on that, this is going to remain our target for the coming week. So that's it for me. And while these entire phases are very interesting to trade, the market conditions are not very positional right now so far, but that might change in coming week and we might get a euphoric bullish move. Only market will confirm this, but then the expectation is set at the right level. The retracement is already taken place, so it has created a space for an up move, and it is just that on Monday we might see something very exponential and everything will be traded as per the plan, right? So all these things taken into care, and it will be easier for each one of us to trade on the basis of these levels, and that's how we are going to celebrate the coming week. Thank you so much, guys. Wish you all the best.